Okay, so set it wise for me is actually pretty good in both cases. Okay, nothing wrong with that. The problem you had in the past was there was just too much length of backswing, which meant you had to slow down or take power off in some way, shape or form. Okay, now if we watch the left down one, and as you come back down, drop into the ball, head staying down, club sticking the ground, and your head, exactly, nothing's really moving, and the club, as you can see now, just sort of stuck in the ground there. Don't go too far. What we want to try and do is feel that release of that club, okay? Don't be afraid to let that club in some way flick through. As long as your arms keep moving as they are in this case, that club can now swish through. That, for me, having seen your chips from 2 or 3 years past, that for me is really, really pleasing to see that, because I've seen some chips that you've made in the past where you say, almost this way, where you say you swing back, it's just a dunk, and there's no movement, everything's almost fearful of going too far. Whereas that, there's a nice smooth transition through the golf ball, and that for me is allowing the arms and the hands and the wrist to work. Don't try to pull the handle through, don't try and drop down. Feel the club almost bouncing into the ground. Use the bottom part of that club, and as long as your arms keep moving, so can your wrists. Your wrists are going to work. Think about when you're walking down the street. Your arms swing back and forward, but your wrists don't lock in position. They just swing a little bit. You're not thinking about your wrists moving, but they are going to move, and they want to move. If we try to stop them moving, it's going to make it really tough. And then to try and stop any body part moving, we're going to tense up, aren't we? And tension is the biggest killer, because you're going to get tense when you're trying to reduce power anyway. So you're already too tense. You're going back too far. Now you tend to go even more to try and take power off. And then try and follow through? Well, no chance. It's going to be a stub in the ground, as you said, or a thin across the back of the green there. So, does that make sense, yeah? Good.